Yeah, so as far as hyping, overhyping them, I think in wrestling is such a high level, high stress sport, a lot of anxiety. A lot of times we're trying to calm them, right? But people seem to be way too concerned with being overconfident and give very little thought to being underconfident. So I'm not concerned about my wrestlers being overconfident. I mean, their opponent gets to their leg, and their overconfidence can stop in a second. So I haven't seen a whole lot of people lose because they're overconfident, but hundreds and thousands lose a year because they're underconfident. So let's not even worry about being overconfident. As far as self-fulfilling prophecy, when a wrestler, let's say, is struggling on bottom, and you can use this in jiu-jitsu also, and they're working on it, right? Day 2 or 3, say, good. You're great on bottom now. It's no longer a big issue. Now, can you get 10% better? Yeah, but it's no longer going to cost you matches. I think sometimes we wait until they're like 110% and perfect before we close the case on their weakness. So as far as a self-fulfilling prophecy, I don't think you can just say, you're good on bottom when they're really not. There's got to be some training behind that and some evaluation. And what is your sticking point? Oh, they have a tight waist. Okay, are they low? Are they high on the waist? Okay, where's their back knee at? Oh, it's on my hamstring. Okay, well, let's do this. We want to clear the hips, whatever. So you kind of go through it and like, how about this? How about that? Did you try this? And then, okay, let's drill it 50 times. Okay, tomorrow before practice, we'll drill it 50 more. Then I'm watching on day 2 or 3, and I'm like, hey, how you feeling on bottom? I feel way better. I've been watching. You look like you're good to go on bottom. Always room for improvement. We're always working to get better, but looks like you fixed that issue. And not that they're gonna. As long as they're like out of the woods, then we start to. I'm watching, and then they get to their feet, and I'm like, hey, look at you. You got away 3 times. We just went a 3-minute go. If you get away, start back down. That's our rule in here. That's what we're doing this session. And man, you look awesome. Very good. So constantly look to pat them on the back when the correction that they've been working, the position or thing they've been trying to fix is fixed. But don't wait for it to be 100% perfect, because you're never going to get away from everyone. You're never going to hit every fastball. You're never going to catch every grounder. You're never going to win every sprint. But you know what? Once they're good enough, I call it the 90% rule, right? My coaches are tired of hearing that. We got 90% rules for everything. I'm like, dude, you look good. Boom, problem fixed. Let's go on. So kids want to hear that. They don't want you to wait until it's perfect. And I think sometimes as coaches, we tell kids, perfection is the enemy of great. And they give this stupid speech that they learned on Instagram. And I'm like, dude, you haven't given a compliment in this room. Well, they're not perfect yet. And I'm like, so I try to be realistic. And so from a self-fulfilling prophecy standpoint, I think that once we see big improvement, start noticing and communicating that to the person who's trying to fix that stuff. And I think that's important. Yeah. Yeah.